This is our memberships and packages designer and planner. This combines services, different services into different packages, different products into packages, or a combination of products and services. This is a plug-in pro forma that rides, in this particular example, that rides on top of the treatments, the treatment services and class services and an IV studio model for a spa or health club. Just using it as an example, but this can apply to any type of retail packages, retail products, services, and combinations of the two. But basically, memberships or subscriptions are meant to be combinations of the services and products being offered by the business at different levels, different combinations, different quantities that ultimately increase an average sale, but also offer a discount as an incentive to the member to actually do that particular membership or subscription. This is just referred to as memberships, but subscriptions are essentially the same thing. So this is set up to have 5 different types of memberships, what the membership cost is, and here again, everything in green is data entry field. Then how many members are you looking for in each of those? And then here's the gross revenue projections. And based on what you're selling that membership for, here is the gross revenue for the sale of those memberships at 100% of those memberships being sold, and then the retail value of those memberships based on your retail costs from your treatment packages, classes, product tables, whatever that is that's in basically our middle level, the expanded level of all of our pro formas. So the membership designer breaks down each of those services, in this case, by type of service. In this case, we had treatments, classes, and IV studio. And so here we have the treatment section, classes section, and IV studio services. As you'll see also, these are automatic lookups. These are like under classes. Here's a particular class, this yoga class taught by Carol, happened to be the name. So we go over to classes and we see that we've got Yoga Carol. We entered that service description here and it automatically shows up in the memberships. So, each of these will get auto-filled based on your service or product schedule that's in either a retail or a service pro forma already. So this will just plug in and bolt on top of it, and it's going to pull data from all those fields that are in your programming sections for your products and services. So all your costs, your capacities, your labor costs, all of those things port over into this membership planner so that when you select, say, this membership 1 is going to include 1 local cryo treatment, it's going to actually go and look up that local cryo and it's going to add it in to the overall costs of everything that's going on. So if you're offering a discount on additionals, so you have it programmed for 1, if you want to offer that membership level a discount on additional treatments in that particular class, which get handled down here, that percentage discount is going to apply to the particular add-ons that, let's say they have 1 in their membership, but a particular month they want, hey, I want to do another local cryo, it's not in there, what's that add-on going to cost me? It'll apply this percentage of discount. So you go through, and for each of your types of services or products, what are you including in this membership? and it'll give you what the total local cryo cost is. Then the whole body cryo, so on and so forth. So this just tracks along every treatment that you have in your treatment matrix is going to show up in your membership. So you go through and select the different membership levels, how many you're including in each one. Do that for the classes, do that for your other type of service that's feeding from this other type of service. And then this particular one, because they didn't have a particular, specific retail product matrix yet, we just applied a general discount to merchandise that can be purchased. And here again, under each of the members, it's what percent of the members are going in this particular membership class are going to spend how much money, and what is the average margin on that. So then it calculates, here's the retail revenue coming from that. Here's the discount on retail sales for each of these membership groups. So the higher the membership level, theoretically, the higher discount you would offer. Then it tells you what your net margin is, what the total product cost, and what the retail gross product profit wound up being. Okay, this net margin is after any discounts that are applied. So you can always track and make sure that you're not including products that you wind up selling at a loss. Then, of course, the add-ons, similar methodology here. What are those add-ons? And these are your three different classes of products or services, so you can get a lot more granular here. And then it takes all of this information and runs out a projection based on membership type and that programming, what your revenue is going to be from each of those as you ramp up to achieving your goals of how many of each type of membership that you wanted to sell. Okay, so this is where you would set how many memberships you want to sell, and then down here in these green fields, you're basically programming in what percentage of those memberships have you sold in that particular month, and then it's going to come through and calculate all of those revenues, those costs, the direct costs associated with each of the memberships. Then it's going to summarize the whole thing, the revenue totals, and then it's going to bring in your membership add-ons based on what you programmed up above, what percentage of those members are going to be purchasing these add-on services. And then the final section is the retail sales based on this particular schedule up here. This is primarily a service business that does sell some limited retail products, but it comes through and it's going to summarize all of your revenues and expenses that ultimately wind up going up to your income and expense by month. Here's your revenue from treatments, the treatment add-ons, the class add-ons, the IV treatment add-ons. Then you're coming down to all your expenses. All those expenses are porting over from your membership projections. And so all of that flows into your income and expense. Now, another way of designing packages is not based on just a monthly membership or subscription. Another type of package is based on number of sessions, based on number of sessions per month, 3 times a month, 5 times a month, coming through. And here again, all of these items are automatic lookups from your tables. This is coming from the treatment planner. So all of these line items get filled in automatically, so you don't have to do all the double entry and be prone to errors and typos and so on and so forth. It's kind of a pain in the butt to keep on retyping the same thing over and over again. So in here, you're going to put together what is a package of 3 sessions for each of those services. Here's a package of 5 sessions for each of those services, and you're going to actually manually price those 3 sessions, okay? And this is actually a variable, so you could actually come in here and set this up for 5 sessions, 2 sessions, and this just happens to be set up for 5 and 3. And this is based on just an individual package with 3 sessions of each of these items selected in there. And so what it does is it's going to give you a matrix of a pricing schedule for contracts, essentially. Then from this, now you're designing a package on a month-to-month contract where you'll offer a certain amount of a discount, and however many sessions of each one is included in that month-to-month package. And this data is, again, you enter in your information here, your particular program, what you're going to offer. Then it references these numbers up here, as well as the treatment and classes and IV studio data that comes in all of the expanded versions of the pro formas. So in a package designer, you can design a month-to-month contract, a 6-month contract, which is very popular today, and it's going to tell you ultimately what the profitability of each of those scenarios are. Then the final area is a client package where you can use that previous screen to actually design a month-to-month contract and a 6-month contract for an individual, rather than being a standard offering that you put on your website. You might have a customer come in and say, hey, I want this, 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 and this. I don't need these other things. I'm not interested. And so you would come in to this and program a specific package for a particular individual, and then that information ports over to this page, which becomes essentially your client agreement for that particular package. They come down here, once you've filled out and programmed the packages in the package designer, all that information flows over to here. You review this with the customer. Would you like to do a 6-month contract or a month-to-month? You select which one it is, 6-month or month-to-month, and now this becomes a form that you can print out and have your customer sign. You can send it electronically. You could turn it into an invoice, but it's meant to be really flexible for designing memberships, subscriptions, packages for services, retail products, or wholesale products. It really doesn't matter. So products, services, and a combination of the two. Pretty dynamic, and this is available as a plugin that can go into any of the basic or expanded pro formas, and this is typically one that's going to be selected by anybody who picks our top tier business pro forma. Thanks for watching.